Prem Pati Mahadeva ki Jai. Sitaram everybody, and welcome to our third session. Today we are going to deal with a different kind of discourse. Firstly, let me welcome you on behalf of everybody in the ashram. Today I have my family with me and we are about to do our discourse, and God permit, we're going to do a little skit to highlight one of the flaws that we have right now, a societal ill, call it, and we want to address it. We want to bring it to the forefront. We want to address it. We are not hiding it under the carpet anymore. It's real, it is happening. We're going to talk about it. When we start to talk about it, this kind of stubbornness is not going to happen. It's going to stop as we change the culture, as we change how people think. For the past few days, for the past 2 days in fact, we've been dealing with Shiva discourse, illustrating sometimes the falling outs, using Lord Shiva. As Shivratri is coming, we're focusing on Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati and how they deal with the troubles that they sometimes find themselves in. Most of the time we boys make a mistake. And how he handled it. Because for everybody looking on this afternoon, tonight, wherever you are looking on in this world, we have to train our young men that when things go wrong, when there's a surprise in the marriage or the relationship, we have to know, we have to be strong, and we have to know how to deal with it. As a guru today, I am speaking because I have lost too many godchildren. I have received too many frightening calls of children drinking poison, big people wanting to kill each other. If I can't have you, nobody can have your kind of behavior. And we need to talk about it, that's all. I am emphasizing that these 3 nights could never describe. I am the first to say it. It could never describe the intricacies and every problem that people face with. Don't feel I am pulling one side or I'm, defending men or women. It's not that. It's just that 10 to 1, every domestic case that we hear about, every murder, every violence, usually the man is the oppressor, he's the aggressor, he's the person making the mistake. So I'm speaking to my boys. I am not saying that women don't beat men. No, we're not that foolish. And I'm saying it. We have a lot to cover this evening, everybody. And I hope you understand my objective. This is going to be a different discourse. I'm telling you never hear anything like this. Tonight we're reading from Skand Puran. In this text, we are going to hear about a falling out, a discourse that happens over a gambling match between the goddess Parvati and Shiva. Narad Muni is in the middle. And this incident played off in front of him. The purpose of this discourse is to, again, invigorate the devotee, show the person the nature, the teachings, to illustrate for children and for seniors alike the example of God, even when being tested. A tenet of Hinduism is non-violence. Non-violence. Gita says the devotee is the person who stands firm in that ahimsa or non-violence, even when being provoked. And everybody just said, Pandit, easy to say, but it is hard to do. And I take that correction. It is very easy to say and hard to do when you are in a position and you don't know what to do. Today, permit me into your home with us here at the ashram as we just want to do a discourse about Lord Shiva as we celebrate Shivratri. Sankhya is here and we are producing this satsang for the purpose of giving you a different insight to one of society's problems, as well as we glorify Lord Shiva as Shivratri is in front of us. Please enjoy this discourse. Please revel in it. Think about it and talk about it. Teach it. For those of you watching on the repeat, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get more notifications when things like this are being loaded. Further, follow me on Facebook so that you'll be aware. My number is at the bottom. That's my WhatsApp number. Add me. Join the group here at the ashram so that you'll be more and more involved when we do goodly things like this. As we get underway, please draw your hands and let's begin with mantras before we do Sumiran and so on. Om Gajananam Bhutaganadi sevitam Palachar bhakshitam Umasutam sho kavinashkarakam Namami Viganeshwara Parapankajam Sarvamangalamangaliye
Shive sarvat sadhike
Sharanye
Trayambike Gauri
Narayani
Namostute
Om Gurur Brahma
Gurur Vishnu
Gurur Devo
Maheshwara
Gurur Sakshat
Param Brahma
Tasmai Shri
Gurave Namaha
Om Namah Shivaya. Everybody.
Om Namah Shivaya.
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 Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. As we enter into this course, let me first say that I am not saying this on my own, but this is coming from the lips of Lomas Rishi, taken from the holy pages of the Skand Puran. What you are about to hear is a different type of discourse. It is a different epic, a different Leela, as it were, where the goddess and Mahadev are interacting with one another, and I am hoping that the message, the innate message, reaches home to everyone viewing. Let's enter. As Lomas Rishi is speaking, Narad Muni is going where Mahadev and Devi are together. Let's join together as we enter this wonderful discourse. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, 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 Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Anjani Madhura ye Kritabhala Kailash Parvat ye Mrityo Nandi Som Nandi ye Gana ye Bhala ye Nai Istekam Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. We enter where Lomas Rishi is giving a description of Kailash. Rudra, Mahadev has all of his Ganas, all Indra, all of them. Jata Vedas, another name for Agni Devta. He is the cook. The Gandharvas are the musicians, all the dancers for that Pinak bow bearing Mahadev. The Vidyadharas are the dancing ones. Mahadev is the ruler of this kingdom. And without any fear, without suspicion, everybody is very comfortable in pleasing him and the goddess. Accompanied by all sons, Ganesh, Ayappa, Skand, even Girija, the wicked Daitya we spoke about yesterday, Andhaka, who was pierced by that same Trishul, who was lodged, who was stuck in the middle of that Trishul. That person, that elephant, that evil form destroyed by Shiva, the Tripura, those 3 cities that was destroyed by Shiva, that person who did all these works, he's sitting looking on at what everyone is doing. The Lord, his body is glowing on Kailash, and all of them are serving him. At that time, Narad wants to come. Narad Muni, the mind-born son of Brahma, he has arrived and he wishes to have an audience. He wishes to have a meeting with Ishwar. And as he's walking slowly and slowly, he cannot help but admire the flowering parijat, the beautiful swans, the beautiful birds, peacock, and all these other things. How beautiful and how calming, how tranquil the top of the Kailash Parvat where Mahadev was living. How beautiful the flowers, the different types of trees. He's looking, and great amount of description is given here. The flowing water, everything looks very noble, very happy, very calm. Narad Muni reaches to the gatekeepers. O Dwarpalo, I wish to enter. I am desirous of having a meeting with Shiva. Please allow me to enter, allow his permission to be sought so that I may be able to have time with him. As if they did not hear him, they did not move. They remained silent. And then he realized he was not talking to real people, it was statues. This place has so many beautiful monuments that even the Narad Muni, he is so knowledgeable, traveling from place to place, as Lomas Rishi is saying, and he feels foolish to himself because he did not realize he was speaking to marble statues that have been placed throughout Kailash Parvat. Mahadev had made this place so hospitable, auspicious, calming, and beautiful for the happiness of that Gauri, the bright-eyed, sparkling beauty, the life of Shambhu. And Narad knew this. He knew that whatever beauty was there, the one who lives on the cremation ground, this is not for him, but this is for his better half. And as he's walking closer and closer, the blessed eyes of Narad starts to see Ishwar. And here he starts to describe what he's seen. As he's coming through the trees and the flowers, in the clearing, he starts to see where Ganga Mata, this portion, Ganga Mata is just visible on the head of the Jata. And he sees the water gurgling out of his hair. We know he's there. And as he's going more, he sees serpents wrapped around the Jata. The one that is in his hair, Shank is his name. Then the one that is on his arm, the one that is referred to as Dhritarashtra, Taksha is there. The great serpent Padma and Shesha, they are his earrings. Vasuki is his necklace, this one that we all know. This is the one that they used when they were churning the ocean, when Lakshmi Mata reappears for Diwali. According to Skand Puran, this is that same Vasuki. Kambala, Ashtara, these are the ones that are adorned in different pityas. You will see serpents on his arms. They are always with him. He is covered by serpents of many colors, many types. Different types adorn his body. And Narad Muni is watching this. Look at this. How strange. Who is going to cover their body in potent, very, very efficient poisonous snakes. He's watching because of the limitations of the artists. We see one head, we understand. But according to this, Narad Muni says, look, some have 4 hoods, some have 5 heads, some have 11 heads. How does he manage all of these snakes and serpents all over his body? This is the adornment. These are the ornaments of Shiva. And Narad, looking and trying to comprehend. He gives all the precious stones, all the jewels, all the gems, all the metals to Adishakti Parvati Mata. She is dressed as a princess living on a mountain. But he holds on to the Rudraksh, the tiger skin in different ones. He has on the elephant skin, as you will hear about this today, and serpents. Let's hear what happens. What else does he talk about? Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Panchmukh Bhagavan ye Rudra Dasa Bhuja ye Ati Chinnamat Karna ye Ati Dvij ye Atit Par ye Natam Vishwa Kailashe Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita. Shri Adishakti Mata ki Jai. As Narad Muni was walking up more and more, now he notices that Mahadev has 5 heads. He has 10 arms. His neck is very dark. He is so beautiful. Then, as a true devotee, he finds the feet of Lord Shiva. And he's watching how beautiful that foot that he's allowing to extend downwards. Look how nice that foot is. It has a reddish tinge, as if it is the sky when the sun is going down. When the sky becomes red and orange in its glory, the bottom of the foot of Lord Shiva. Lomas Rishi says, Narad is amazed at the beauty of that foot. When we listen to the various types in different discourse, the various types of bhakti, one type is Padma, Pada, Sevanam. Pada meaning foot, Sevanam. Doing that seva, washing the feet, bowing to the feet, Guru, parent, God. I must touch the Murti's foot. I must wash the foot of my Guru. That by itself is a different category, a different form of humility, followed by the Das, or the true servant of the Lord. Let's continue in this next slok. As Lomas Rishi continues to describe at great detail what Narad Muni is seeing. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. 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 Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanudamardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatagurum. Jai Jai Radha Ramana
Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Vaishnave Vishwaye Yati Parvati Kripaye Yatam Dvijayatrithaye Arhate Tam. Dvijaye uska ye nata ham. Shiva Kailash Nath Vishwa he ayate. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. When he looked further, he saw the goddess tending to Lord Shiva, preparing flowers, sweets, different things for him. Happily, she's mixing and mingling with all the Ganas, all of them that are there waiting for Mahadev, Ishwar to smile with them, talk to them, look upon them, call upon them. They are happy to serve him. Narad Muni says, I bow to both of you. You who are greater than the greatest, you who are the skill, the knowledge, oh, the couple who shines, you who constitute the seed of this universe, mobile and immobile beings, everything, they are because of the two of you. Oh, parents of this world, only today have you been realized by me truly. Only today I have seen your true form and happiness, your togetherness and how you intermix and mingle with one another. The joy that is shown between husband and wife, I am seeing this joy for the first time. Today I can see the delight, Mother, that you bring to Shambhu and the gratification that Shiva brings to you, dear Mother. Thank you for such a vision. Thank you for the happiness that you have revealed in my heart. Mahadev Baba smiling, O Brahman, O Muni, what shall I do for you? Why have you come here with sweet words in your mouth? What brings you to Kailash, O son of Brahma? Prabhu, Narad Muni says, Prabhu, I just wanted to see you. And because I have seen you, dear God, I am satisfied in my heart. I came to Kailash to play with you, Prabhu. I want to play a game. I want to see you play and be happy. And I want to spend time in that happiness with you. This is the only purpose I have today. Because of my Vardhan, I can go from place to place at the speed of thought. I just think of a place and I am there. And I thought of you and the goddess Parvati and I wanted to come to see you. Listening to the words of Narad Muni, Girija starts to laugh. What shall we play? What game? And Mahadevi says, we can play the game of dice. We can play the game of chance. How much do you know, O Narad, about gambling, about the game of dice? O son of Brahma, you are a sage. You're supposed to know a lot of things. You're supposed to know all types of knowledge. Maybe you could teach us. Narad Muni says, I am not knowledgeable about gambling. I don't meddle and mix in such things. I am a servant of Shiva. Don't ask me. I knows nothing about that. Girija continues to laugh and she says, O Bhatuk, O Shiva, O Ishwar, you who are knowledgeable of all, play this game with me. Entertain me and teach me how to play this game of dice. Muni, you don't know how to play. Stand and be the witness in this wager between me and Mahadev. And the couple, Lomas Rishi says, Narad Muni agreed. He stands and he's watching what was never seen before. Mahadev and Mahadevi are playing in a game of chance where they are throwing the dice and who gets the higher number basically is winning, for children to understand. It started off with a lot of laughter. Shiva and Devi was clashing as the game ensued, as the game went on. And what they did was they were making bets. Different things were being wagered. And when Devi was winning, she was laughing and she was happy. And then, at one point, when Ishwar put a very hefty wager onto the stakes, Devi lost. Narad Muni laughing and laughing with Shiva. They make derogatory remarks against the mother. And she becomes angry. And she looks at Narad Muni very harsh. Didn't you say you don't know about gambling? In this game of dice, do you know who I am? Stay quiet if you know what is good for you, Muni. If you don't know about it, don't speak. She couldn't take the insult and she's getting worked up. Lomas Rishi says Mahadev is looking and her face is getting more and more red. And when in the game she says, let us wager again. What do you have, O Prabhu? What do you have that you can wager? Mahadev Baba says, I have no belongings. I have nothing in this life. I have nothing in this world. I am nothing. She says, in your hair, you have the crescent moon. Wager that. And when he takes the moon and he puts it on the table to wager it, mother throws the dice and she wins. And she says, notice, I have won. And I'm going to take all your ornaments, all that you have dressed your body in. Today I'm going to win you. And one by one, mother is winning from the serpent on his neck, his ears, his arms that were previously described. Mother is winning. And she says to him, O Shankar, give me now all that I have won. You continue to lose. And you have to give up what you wagered. And as he's taking off all the snakes to make her happy, he says, you know, I have not been truly defeated by you. This is just a game. Think about it. Gamble as much as you want. But you are truly not winning me. She says, well, let us bet again. I'll show you I will win you. Then Ambika says to Maheshwar, you have been defeated by me now and you will be defeated by me again. There's no wonder in this. She holds on to the hands of Shambhu And as she is twisting his wrists, she says, "You are defeated. Don't you know?" Girija is happy and she's laughing. And he was attacked. And with these words of merriment, he's noticing a change in her. Oh Lord, the enemy of Smara, you have lost and you will continue to lose. Mahadev Baba opens his eyes wide. He says, "I am invincible." Oh lady, know the truth. I am invincible. There is no doubt about that. Hearing these words, she says, "Oh Lord Mahadev, indeed you are invincible for everybody else. When Andaka comes, when Tripura comes, when all of them come, you destroy all of them. But when it comes to the game of dice, I will champion you. You do not know how powerful I am, O Ishwar, but I can beat you. Everybody you will rule them except for me." Lomas Rishi says, thus the couple is in an argument and Narad Muni is watching the Leela. He is watching everything and now he's going to talk. Let us hear what he says. Different discourse, everybody. Pahi pahi, pahi pahi, Gajanana, Parvati Nanda Gajanana. Pahi pahi, pahi pahi,
pahi pahi, Gajanana, Parvati Nanda Gajanana.
Lambodar he Gajanana, Lambodar he Gajanana, Lambodar Gaj Vicharana, Lambodar Gaj
Vicharana.
Pahi pahi, pahi pahi, pahi pahi, Gajanana, Parvati Nanda Gajanana. Ye Devi Vishwa ye Arupam Surupa Rupuri ye Ati Pada Vrithaveshwarana ye Dham Unna ye Tarang ye Ati Pahi pahi, pahi pahi, pahi pahi, Gajanana, Parvati Nanda Gajanana. Prem se bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Narad Muni, listening to the argument, he interjects now and he says, "O goddess of great fortune, you who lift up a person, you grant to them their heart's desires. Why are you uttering lies? Mahadev is the greatest Devta. He is called Arupa, formless, Surupa, the one who has the true, beautiful form, Rupatita, the one that is beyond all forms. He is the one and he is the only. He is the supreme. Shankar is the God of these three worlds. How could you defeat him? He cannot be defeated by anyone, O Mother. Don't be angry, but know who he is." Speaking like this, Parvati Mata became more angry. Becoming jealous is what he says here, word for word, verse 92 of this chapter. Mother becomes jealous. Why? "Oh, you fickle-minded boy, I am not afraid of you, Muni. Be quiet. You have spoken highly of your Shiva, but you are one-sided. You are for him. I know Ishwar is powerful, but can Ishwar be powerful without me? You forget who I am. You forget in every battle, in every situation, in every leela, it is my energy that powers him. He cannot be defeated. He has just been defeated by me. One of the gunners, Bringi is his name. When I love my Lord and somebody comes to ill speak my Lord, the heart of a devotee, Loma says, the heart of the devotee, it starts to tremble. Because how can you attack what I love? I pray to him, I worship him, my life is him. Then how can I listen to somebody attack my God? And I must sit still and absorb that attack. Bringi's body is trembling. He knows this is Adi Shakti. But the way he's disappointed because Bhavani is attacking this ultimate form. He is confused. He is angry. He should not be angry, but it is welling up because as children get caught between the war that sometimes exists between parents. I don't know if to support mommy. I don't know if to support daddy. I don't know what to do. And bring you in this way. He says, no, oh mother, oh Bhavani, oh Ugra. He's the same one who took the arrow from Kamdev and he fell in love with you. No, don't talk about him like that. Tears start to run from the eyes of this childlike character. And he says, no. When people tried to touch you, when Andaka wanted to have you for himself, mother, it is that hero that protected you. This Ananga form, this Shiva is the one who always stood for you. When your body was burning, mother, in Sati form, it was this same Shiva who could not bear to see that fire. Don't forget, it is that same Shiva. When your body, when Lord Vishnu shot the arrow and he broke the body of Sati, so that thought in his mind, the endless grieving that was going on, Shiva was able to recapture himself. In that discourse, I've read it for you before, when Lord Vishnu was holding Shiva in his lap, and he says, well, friend, why are you like this? And he says, Vishnu, I don't know if I am waking, I don't know if I am dreaming, I don't know what. How will I make out without my Bhavani? Bringi says, mother, don't forget, it is that same person who went through that loss, who went through that pain, who went through that suffering, when you who cannot be destroyed, you gave up the body because somebody insulted him. Mother, careful. Parvati Mata looking at this child, this gunner, this great soul that had come to serve them. She says, you are the favorite of Lord Shiva. And this is why you are pulling for him. You who know the truth, you are talking foolishness. Shiva is permanently stationed inside of me. Loma says she slaps her chest in a very, very puffed up manner. How can you use this word to show that there's a difference, a separation as it were, between Bhavani and Mahadev? What craziness! Oh Bringi, if you don't know, hush. Do not speak to me. Bringi still interjects. The last time we saw something like this, do you remember the discourse, how we got the sunk or the shunk? When Sudama could not take the words of Radha anymore. And Radha is admonishing Krishna in Golok. That same Sudama says, oh, foul-mouthed woman, do not talk to my God, don't talk to my Lord like that. And that Radha, who is known for her temper, says, you forget I am that Adi Shakti that goddess of this world, and you're talking to me as if you're a demon. Go and born on this world as a demon. And that Sudama, do you remember the Sudama became Shankachod? He became the husband of Tulsi, and then when it was time for him to come back to Golok, the body of Shankachod, Mahadev is holding, and he's about to throw him, to cast him into the fire. Lord Vishnu reaches and he says, no, that is my Sudama, no. Put him in the water, and from his bone, let all the seashells come. And when we are doing the puja for the numerology, when people have the bad house numbers, and you have all types of trouble in that home, and you see people are doing Lord Vishnu Puja on the Govardhan Day, they have the Murti here and they have 2 seashells on either side, and they are worshipping the tree. And when it's done, they take the seashell on this side of the house to this side of the house. For 5 years that vrat is done. When people are getting married and you have Nandi Mukshrat being done and the Vasudhara Puja is being done, you see gobar is pasted on the wall of the home and maybe 7 shells is placed there, and the worship of that is done prior to the wedding. And when the Pandit is bellowing the song, when the Kanyadan is being done, and sometimes when you see they put the girl's hand like this and you see the pouring with the Lakshmi song, where did this all come from? From the shrap of Radha, the upliftment of this devotee called Sudama. Today, look at Lord Vishnu. He still has this song in his hand to remind us of the power of that devotion. Here now, Bringi again is coming at her, and he says, don't forget, mother, when displeasing words, when hurtful words were uttered in the Yagna of Daksh, you couldn't take it. Those words, mother, were wrong then. How come you are the person now who is trying to take away from the valor of our Ishwar? Mother, don't do this. Mother, you yourself wasn't pleased when this happened. Mother, don't do this. You are a devotee of that same Prabhu. You prayed for him. Mother, you didn't just get him. You prayed to be his consort. Mother, now you're going to cry down his ability, his stature. He is the Lord of all of us. And you must not say otherwise. Girija says, oh Bringi, shut up. Be quiet and be still, otherwise go away. I'm going to put a shrap on you. I'm warning you. Do not continue to pakpakawi, to babble. No, hush. Hush. I was brought here by penance. I did that to show the world how to pray. I am Bhavani. He is Shiva and we are one and the same. But I am the power of everything. Careful, Bringi. Careful. I will put shrap on you. Prem Sabalo Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Mahadev Baba stood up. And let's hear what happens. Aaye Shivaratri Bambola. Aaye Shivaratri Bambola.
Shiva Shivaratri Bambola.
Aaye Shivaratri Bambola. Aaye Shivaratri Bambola. Shiva Shivaratri Bambola. Aaye Shivaratri Bambola. Aaye Shivaratri Bambola. Shiva Shivaratri Bambola. Ye na baliye Parvati
पार्वती नाथ करके मरना कैलाश कीर्तन ये हल ये आती विश्वदारा ये आतम आये शिवरात्रि बम बोला आये शिवरात्रि बम बोला शिव शिवरात्रि बम बोला शिव शिवरात्रि बम बोला 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 बम बोला 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 बम बोला 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 बम बोला 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 बम बोला शिव शिवरात्रि बम बोला
शिव शिवरात्रि बम बोला
आये शिवरात्रि बम बोला
आये शिवरात्रि बम बोला.
Loma Sushi says there was never a time where this happened. The mother grabs onto the wrists of Shiva and she says, no, you're not going to get away from me. Where are you going? Pay up your dues. Pay up what you've lost, oh Ishwar. Smiling, she wants all her ornaments. She wants all that she had won. And this lady who is furious, she takes her hand and she grapples the crescent moon from his head and pulls it off. If you ever see a picture of Durga where she has the moon on her head, this is as a result of this discourse. She holds on the Vasuki around the neck of Shiva and with pain she removes that devotee from his neck. You belong to me now. Let's hear what happens as mother is interfering with him and he's standing there, his eyes closed, and he's bearing it. The pain of all these serpents as they are being ripped off of his body. But he's not reacting. Let's hear what happens. Bola, bola, bam, bola.
Bola, bola, bam, bola.
Bola, bola, bam, bola.
Bola, bola.
Come on, everybody at home, let's sing together.
Bola.
Bola, bola, bam, bola.
Bola, bola, bam, bola.
Aye Shivaratri bam bola.
Aye Shivaratri bam bola.
Aye Shivaratri bam bola.
Aye Shivaratri bam bola.
Shiva Shivaratri bam bola.
Shiva Shivaratri bam bola.
Som Nandi Nandi Paraye Tina Chanda Munda Lomate Bringi Hate Vishwaye Agana Ye Aarti Mahadev Chinta Aye Shivaratri Bhambola
Aye Shivaratri bam bola.
Aye Shivaratri Bhambola
Aye Shivaratri bam bola.
Shiva Shivaratri Bhambola
Shiva Shivaratri bam bola.
Shiva Shivaratri Bhambola Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Mother starts to pull off one by one, but Ishwar stands firm. In that place, some of them are laughing to see what is happening. Ashwatara, Kambala, the various serpents on his body. The different gunners, some of them are whispering, look, the mighty Ishwar is being shamed, embarrassed. by his consort. She goes further. She says, that tiger skin you wear around your body, I want that. And she takes it off. So now his chest, his thorax, his belly, everything is visible. All these snakes are coming off and she's holding on to them. It is as if she is becoming more and more brazen. And Shiva's eyes are closed. He does not want to see this. Bringi feeling shame. Chanda, Munda, Mahaloma, Mahadara, all the Ganas are feeling hurt to see their Ishwar be shamed in this way. To see this moment where no demon, demoness, where nobody could touch him. To make him as if he cannot move. He is standing firm. Mother is doing this. And when Shiva realized that all the children are being hurt, they are turning away, they cannot bear to see it. They cannot bear to see what is coming. Shankar Bhagwan becomes very angry at last. And he says to her, "Oh Bhavani, what are you doing?" All the sages are laughing. "Why are you behaving like this, Devi?" And she holds on. In some discourses, in some murtis, a very leather-like skin is used. The skin of an elephant is what the text says here. Is used as a loincloth to cover the lower portion of Mahadev. And she pulls it off, to be quite honest. She leaves him naked. And he says, "Oh Devi, you who have excellent eyebrows, wonderful features, give me the loincloth alone. Give me the loincloth so I can cover myself. It does not become you to act like this, so cruel. You are breaking me. I am your husband." And Devi, she says, do you remember the discourse with the lingam? She says, "Weren't you the one when you were grieving for me in sati form? Weren't you the one who went naked?" When we have Kumbha Mela, we see the Naga sadhus coming down naked. And to be honest, you see some of them disregarding their private parts. No disrespect to nobody, it is fact. They are covered in ash, and although the place is cold, they are naked. Reminiscent of this part where they talk about the Dravuna forest, where he went naked, and when the ladies alone were there and they were watching him, when the men came home, they said, "Your private is going to fall off." And so the origination of the lingam came. And she says, "Weren't you the one who was naked then? Why are you ashamed now? What you have lost in the gambling match should be abandoned by you. Give it up." Rudra became very angry. And the third eye opened. Unseen, Shankar's ferocity, anger, billing. The Gana Kumars, all the children of Nandi, all the children of all of those attendants, the tiger we spoke about yesterday. These children, they become very fearful. Rudra is angry now with Girija, and this place is about to be burnt. If his wrath is unleashed, not only her, but all of us are going to be destroyed. They dropped down to their knees and they started to pray in their heart and minds. "O Satya Purusha, O Principle, O Supreme Being, do not punish us." This is their prayer. Listen to what Mother says. "Oh, what is the point of that stare? Of that third eye? Oh, I am not Kala, I am not Kamdev, I am not Daksh, I am not Tripurari, I am not Andaka. Don't look at me with that third-eyed Virupaksh, three-eyed one. Don't look at me. You can't do me nothing with that." Parameshwari, speaking like this, is escalating her tone, escalating her voice, and is becoming more and more aggressive. Lomas Rishi says, in the heart and the mind of Madhu, Lord Shiva, a forest alone is the place for me today. A lonely place is my only resort now. One who is alone has the ability to keep his mind and soul under control. Who has been able to control his mind, that person knows the true form and face of happiness. That person is a learned man. That person is wise. That person knows the truth. He is not fighting. He is not holding on to lust nor attachment. That person is liberated from all the attachment, and that person is free from the trouble. Right now, I am in trouble because I am in close contact with too much of aggression. If I react now, others will pay. After thinking thus, Madhu Baba, compassionate still. Lomas Rishi says to the foolish Girija, if you are a worshipper of Devi, I mean no disrespect, I'm reading from text. Because of her actions, everybody is wondering, what is she doing to her home? What is she doing to her home? And we can apply this question to many people, male and female. What are you doing to your home? What are you doing to the children? What are you doing to those people that depend on you, that look up to you, that look after you as parents? Why are you behaving like this? He decides to separate himself, full of that Paramahansa, that spiritual energy. Siddhyatavi, he separates himself from Devi, and he starts to leave. Saying, Shankar, come out. All the attendants of Kailash, all the children, Veera, Bhadra, all of them, they walk out with him. Taking up the umbrella for him, Bringi goes behind him so that the sun is not going to burn him wherever he goes. Ganga and Yamuna take the cowries, the fans, to keep him calm and cool wherever he is. Nandi, all of them, the bull, even Som Nandi, Mother Parvati's tiger, goes with Lord Shiva. He supports Lord Shiva. The goddess, seeing that he is leaving, she is more upset. But there's nobody to quarrel with now. So she goes back into her cave in a huff and puff. And Madhu Baba, all of them, Ganesh, Kartik, all of them, all the Kumaras, all the Veerabhadra, everybody, Nandin, Chandi, Som Nandin, all of them, the inhabitants of Kailash, go with him. And then, as he is to a point, he says, all of you, leave me. And he leaves them to go off further by himself. The only person that is his companion is Dharti Mata, the earth itself. She makes a spot, she makes a place for him to relax, to compose himself, to find that inner peace so that the third eye could close. The moon crescent Lord Chandrasekhara is now sitting, and all he has is the loincloth, the yoga part, this piece that is here, the upper covering. Vasuki the snake is with him, and he has gone into Gyan meditation. Let's hear what happens in the next verse. As mother is alone in the cave. Lomas Rishi is speaking to Vijay. Let's hear what happens. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. गिरिजा भगवान ये आती कैलाश मंद चल ये बात भगवान ये ना द्रभुवन दैत ये ना कृत याते याति
नारायणाय कृष्णाय परमात्माय नमो नमः नारायणाय कृष्णाय परमात्माय नमो नमः नारायणाय कृष्णाय
माय नमो नमः. Lomas Rishi says, Girija, now she's in a cave and she's alone. Now all her points in the argument weigh heavy on her heart and mind. Her friend, one of the Sakhi, one of the ladies, the attendants, Vijaya, she says, oh Devi, this is why gambling is dangerous. You who have done so much penance and tapasya to gain such a husband, this negative form of enjoyment, gambling, brings about destruction in marriage and home. You being no different, look at the conflict this game has caused. You who love him, you who worship and pray and fight for him, your mother did not want him for you. Do you forget that? When she sees him coming in the Bharat on the day, in Shivpuran on the day of their wedding, Mahadev takes that Ugra form, the ugly form, the five-headed form, the Vamadev form, that head of Vamadev frightens that mother and she faints. Do you forget that? And you still wanted him. When they tell you he is like a hermit, he dances on the cremation ground, he wears skulls upon his body, what type of husband is this? You insisted that you are still going to marry him. My dear one, what type of friend would I be? Please listen to this verse. What type of friend would I be if I encouraged you not to make amends for your mistakes? If you do not go now and make peace and ask for forgiveness because of what your mouth said, you will continue to be more and more miserable. The goddess is listening. Then she starts to laugh. She says, he, Shiva, is very shameless. Doesn't he appreciate me? Doesn't he know that without me, he would just be lusterless and very ugly? How could there be a separation between him and I? Where did he really go? Who is he trying to fool? Why is he trying to garner support against me? He took my sons, he took the friends, he took all our gunners. Why is he trying to show something that cannot happen? Could he be somewhere without me? Could I be without him? He just does not want to accept defeat. Do you see how powerful I am? After saying this, as she's talking, she starts to miss him, Lomas Rishi says. As she's thinking about him and she's grumbling and she's eating up herself, as it were, she says to Vijaya, but he's still my Lord, he is still my better half. He remained quiet. He did not react. He did not do anything. Instead, he allowed me to ramble on. And she starts to think of how she made a mistake. Prem se bolo Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Speaking to Vijaya, she makes the decision that she's going to seek his forgiveness. This is the moment. Verse 12, mother takes the form of a Shabara, or a type of a tribe of huntress. Very, very developed body, dressed with flowers and leaves. She wants to go and entice him. Gauri in this form goes very humble, where Shiva is praying. And mother, by her way, filled with humility, goes and she dances for Shiva. Mahadev knows it is her. Remaining in his Gyan for a time, for a long time, she has to dance and dance and dance to gain his attention. And then one moment, he speaks to the huntress. Who are you? Whom do you belong to? Whom are you part of? Who? Oh, beautiful one. She says, I've come here in search of a husband. And Mahadev Baba says to her, how can you be searching for what you already have? He says, dear one, it is difficult for me to listen to those words you were saying. It is hard to hear those lips, that loving face, that I cannot do it all. Because of you, I have this skull-made mala around my neck. When you use ridiculous, reproachful words, it is very hurting. And for this reason, I went away. I had to move. I accepted you into my life. And I will accept you again. Be my wife. But be my wife. Be my support. Don't use force. Don't use attacking words. For the sake of everything, Mother, we are together. And as they continue to talk, Lomas Rishi says, great dialogue about proper and improper. How we are able and supposed to be when you are now getting to know each other. And things happen and people say things to one another. How you are supposed to work through the problems. Don't give up as you reach a hurdle. Because of your gender, because of your youth, maybe you say things, maybe you made mistakes. But as your husband, as the leader of this home, according to the vow says you are going to be the devta of this home, oh husband. Please treat me with respect, treat me with regard. And he says to her, but you also have to treat me with respect. You want the husband to treat the wife with respect, correct? But the wife also has to know how to treat the husband with respect. Today, I want to reaffirm that in my heart, oh Devi, there's only you. There's nothing I own. Whatever I have, it belongs to you. There's no loss. All of it is yours. That is all I was saying. We are together, intertwined. How could I lose to you? I cannot lose what I do not have. It is as if this quagmire, this enigma, caught hold of you. Today I ask you, never make this type of disagreement between me and you again. Let's do this last verse to hear what Narad Muni says to them. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Ramana Hari Bol. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Parma Krishna Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
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 Shiva Shivayam Kailashnathayam Utrayayata Dvijaye Nayake Vishwanathayatam Vidyaye Ayati Vishwa Parvati Nataye Ayaham Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
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 Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Narad Muni says, "Oh Prabhu, your Leela is great." What a lesson for mankind. What a lesson for all of us. In good and bad times, you and the goddess remain one. You remain together. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to see this moment. Lomas Rishi says, blessed is the person that listens to this discourse, that sees, hears, allows another person to listen to this discourse. That person will never go through pain, suffering, divorce, hardships, difficult moments in their life, in their relationship. Blessed is the marriage that is on the rocks. It could be saved by the power of Mahadev and Mahadevi if a person should listen to such a discourse with love, with faith, with adoration. After which, doing the worship of the Lingam, that person's desire to reunite, the person's desire to reaffirm, to renew their vows to one another, these things are possible. It is possible. Maybe we have to go through arbitration. Maybe we have to go through mediation. Maybe we have to go through counseling. Sometimes people need medication. Sometimes people need a vacation. Sometimes people need a break. All these things depending on the problem, because the problems could be wide and vast. I'm not saying there is one simple solution for every single problem. No, we can't be so naive. But in every problem, prayers is part of every solution. Coupled together with going to the right person for advice, talking it out, getting some help, letting people who have good in them contribute and to guide you. Maybe through the voice of reason, through another person, God will say, you know what, you need to do this different, and you might get through with the problem you're having. But when you want to lock up by yourself, when you want to isolate yourself, when the dark thoughts of suicide and murder and harm and hindrance come into your mind because of emotion, and there's no way or avenue for God to get to you, to say, listen, you're being a fool right now. You're being foolish. You're doing craziness. You are doing stupidness. Stop it. Calm down. Stop it. Hold on. God wants to help each person, but we are so busy talking to God. Does the devotee take time to Shravanam, listen to God? Listen to His guidance. Where does He guide you? He guides you every day. I'm about to step out of the house. For example, I'm going to catch a flight today, and I see a black kitten run across in front of me. God, by the environment, is saying, you know what? Look out, trouble. Bad omen. I'm saying my prayers, and rain starts to sprinkle. it starts to fall just as I start to talk to God. It is a sign that God is happy. When you start to dream good things or bad, it is a sign God gives us that sastra, that Shakun sastra that talks about dreams, that talks about the different marks on your body. It is a sign from God that He's communicating to you, good or bad, look out. Good or bad, look out. You dream somebody teeth falling out of their mouth. They are bathing in dirty water, murky water. Look out. Sickness, trouble. God does guide. The science of dream, between 7 and 9 p.m. in the night, you dream something that will manifest in some years. Between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock in 1 year. Between 1 and 3 months. And between 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning. That is going to happen in your present. No. The science of studying dreams does correlate to, just like how we have Patra and we have other things, Jyotis and all these other different methods to guide the person what to do next, what not to do, what to abstain, and how to pray. I'm having such and such problem. If I take mung and I mix it in mustard seed and I'm using Bij mantra to Shani Devta, maybe I'll be able to overcome some of the problems. If I use Yakshmi mantras to Lakshmi Mata, maybe I will be able to overcome marital problems. I feel, Pandit, I feel my husband does not listen, he does not hear. Something unnatural is happening. That he does not able to see me, hear me. My husband does not want to touch me anymore as a woman. Yesterday this course we talk about that. Friends, I'll send it out in the group. You see, one of the problems that our society, our Hindu community has, and I accept this first. I take this. As a Pandit, I take it. The Pandit will sit on his Singhasan and say Ram went to the forest and Krishna fought Kans and Lord Shiva is the great hero and Durga Mata did good. But very rare do we get to talk about the bad. So just listen to a tidbit of this. There are different types of mantras. There are different types of mantras. What we use in puja most of the time is categorized as Shanti mantras. We use it to Shanti the Devta. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dear Lord, please accept my prayer and be Shanti, be peaceful, be happy. Good, Shanti. There is also a category of mantras called Vashikaran. Vashikaran mantra is that type, you know it. Vashikaran mantra is a mantra you would use Baba had to go for an interview. You could give my prayer so when the person see my face, I must be ugly. But I want him like me still. I want to get through the job. But suppose it's written in the Patra, you are supposed to get through that job. So this mantra helps, makes you favorable. I'm going for the US visa. I'm going for the exam. Please give me a mantra to change what is supposed to happen to what I would like to happen. And in that category of prayer, where you are seeking favor, sometimes with officers, government officials, etc. When people are putting their resumes together, they are filing documents for procurement, to get contracts, jobs, bidding, and they are praying, Baba bless this for me. What does the Pandit do? He uses Vashikaran mantras. He's putting different oil, different chandan, ashgan, etc. The basma or the hawan ashes after certain prayers is burnt using things like gulab jamun wood, the tree with the black seed, that type of tree, using different type of roots, sometimes bale tree root, and it is burnt. You take the ashes and you put it on the paper. So when the person submit this paper, it will be favored. That is what Vashikaran mantra is. And in that category, there is prayer when people want to control a guy. I want to take his focus and I want him to forget his wife, to be quite honest. Don't feel I'm making this up. This is real. Google it, find it, read your book. These things do exist, not only in Hinduism, but as well as Islam, as well as Christianity. It is there. And what it does, it co-opts the person's mind now. That instead of looking this way, you start to look elsewhere. Vashikaran Mantra. Remember that. So when a person has this type of problem, they are prayers and praise of Lord Shiva, the same goddess Parvati, the mother of the home, the family lady. She is not the one to go and fight war. She is not the one to be involved in fortune. Her fortune is her children. In Brahma Puran, when she's praying to have children, she says, what is the purpose of this body if I cannot be a mother? That is her focus. And in this Parvati Mata, there is mantra called Sun Mohan Mantra that is used to break or to cut the effect of Vashikaran Mantra. And I'm saying this today because there are many people that are undergoing a change in their marriage, a change in their relationship. It is as if you are becoming more and more isolated or abandoned because of a third person or somebody in the family that wants to come between husband and wife. Not everybody has people like Vijaya. They say, listen, you need to go and make amends. Come on, go and ask for forgiveness. Make peace in your house. There are some people that will encourage you to burn down your house, burn down your marriage. So what if you leave? So what if I move on? Go. Some people advise like that. And what do I tell people like that? Marriage was not made for one day. When you put on this ring, it is for the rest, and you try your best. Yes, there are times when you have to call it quits. I agree, I accept that. There comes a day sometimes people lose their life partner. That is also a separation. But before you reach to the point of divorce or abandonment or picking up another person to cheat in the marriage, try at least to fix the marriage first. Oh, Baba, she is only nag. Baba, she is only quarrel. Baba, she this, that. She does not want to sleep by me anymore, Baba. She do away with me. She forget me. So I went and I get a next lady, Baba. That don't make it right. One thing I want to emphasize this evening. Mother is playing the role of a very aggressive wife. And even with the power that Mahadev had, we heard him yesterday. And we saw his power. We know what that Trishul could do. But not because he has the physical strength, not because he has that given gift to lift different types of weapon. To do, does he use it? He's in control. And I remind you now of what Gita says. Even when you are provoked, the devotee is the person that tries to hold on to non-violence. You don't just rush, well, she do this, so I do it back. That does not make it right. Today as a pundit, I appeal to you very humbly. I don't know how else to say it. From the team here in the ashram, please remember, it will not matter what caused the argument. It will not matter what she said or what she did. And I'm speaking to my boys, my godsons, my brothers, my fathers. I'm speaking to you with respect. All the uncle, everybody. When you react, you are the bad one. The police will deal with you. Society will slander you. It will be for your rest of your life that you know will have a new experience. And one day, you will have regret. In our discourse, Parvati Mata is the one with regret. But when you become the aggressor, when the man is, which is usually the case, this is why I'm starting with the man. We have other programs coming up and we'll deal with some of the ills that happens when the mothers in society make mistakes, because they make mistakes too. And I'm acknowledging that. And I'm saying it again, I'm not trivializing the troubles that people have in their marriage. Of course, it is very intricate. And sometimes it have 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, different points. Now, all these points will not matter if you harm, hinder, hurt, bend, break, beat, kill somebody's daughter. That now becomes the issue, what you did with your hands. When you face Yamraj, according to Garut Ran, Prit Manjali, and he calls out Gupta and Chitra, the 2 Dialite type beings that are sitting here in everybody, recording all the good and all the bad. And he says, oh Chitra, oh Gupta, tell me, did this person do good? Who is this person? and they are weighing now good and bad deeds. Well, when Keshava was 5 years old, he kicked the dog, one bad. Then the next one said the next day he went and he feed the dog, one good. And they are going like that, day after day, decision after decision. Is this person going to hell or are they going to heaven based on what they did? What are you going to be judged on? Not the circumstance. You're going to be judged on your reaction, how you handle the moment, what did you do? In this example, what does Lord Shiva do? He walked away. He walked away. It was not about who is right and who is wrong. The bigger picture is children are looking on. The bystanders are there. He could have, to dumb it down for everybody, he could have let loose all the power. Of course he's angry. But you saw the control. Do you have control? This is my message as my final discourse. It is a different discourse. It is a different style. For some people, we never knew they fight. For some people, we never know the intricacies of their marriage until somebody spreads it on Facebook or they show it on the newspaper because of death, because of damage to the female. Right now, the newest trend, not only in Trinidad, but throughout this world, in trying to control the liberal female as she's getting more educated, as she's becoming more empowered, she is not accepting the flaws and the mistakes that the man is making. Before, 50 years ago in Trinidad, everybody was in the rum shop and the man would squander all the money and the mother was left at home to fend for children, to still cook the roti, to still make magic. But now when the lady stands up and she says it's unacceptable, now the same fella who cannot handle that reaction, he cannot handle that type of rejection and resistance, he gets angry. And this is where we need to start to discuss. How do you discuss different perspective? I want to drink rum whole day? No, I don't think so. I think we need to buy books. That child have exam. And don't get angry because she said that. How do you handle, maybe her voice went up, maybe she used a bad word, maybe something, and there's always two sides. I'm saying it again. But it will not matter when you trip and you want to kill. In a little bit, we'll be doing a little skit this evening to illustrate what some people experience. Please pay attention. Please show it to your children. Please share this satsang so that we can discuss it. You hear what our pundit say? You ever hear somebody read that? You ever hear that discourse? Where this madman come with these things? This stupid pundit come out from by? I accept all of that. No problem. But I hate to be the pundit that has to do a funeral for her daughter when her body is cut, chopped, bleeding, because of the husband she once loved. That is not a nice time. I like to see them married. I like to see them happy. Throwing rice on them. Not to throw rice on a coffin. That is not a nice thing. And I am just upon it, nothing else. Just upon it. And I am making a call for mothers out there, for fathers to lead by example, please. We can no longer pretend this is not happening and it is not real. We worship a Devi. He worships his Devi and we abuse our Devi and pretend nothing is happening. Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. Let's do a couple of verses from the Shiv Stotra before we conclude this aspect of this evening. Charitam Deva Devasya Mahadevasya Pavanam Aparam Paramamodharam Chaturvagya Sadhanam. O Mahadev, O God of God, your blessed story, which is always great and everlasting. Bless us with all the different wealths in this life, all the different riches in this life. Be gracious to me after meditating on you, you who have 5 heads, 3 eyes, always together with Girija, Parvati. O Prabhu, those who read of your discourse, those who listen to your discourse, may they always have your protection. Ganga Darashira Pato Palamaduna Shekara Nayana Madana Dvamshi Karuna Sarva Vibhushana. Let he who carries Ganga in his head always protect me. Let he who keeps the crescent moon protect my forehead. Let the killer of Kamdev protect my eyes. Let he who wears snakes as his ornaments protect my ears and hearing. Granam patu pura atiti mukham patu jagatapati jivana vageshwara patu kandadaranam shiva kandara. Let my nose and my sense of breathing, my sinus be protected by the one who destroys the cities, the Pura, Tripura, the one who is known as Tripurari. Let my face be protected by the Lord of this universe, the Guru, Jagat Guru, the Guru of this world. Let my tongue, my body be protected by the Lord of this world. Let my neck and my hormonal system be protected by Shiva who lives in the cave. Last verse, everybody. Shri Kanda Patu Me Kandanam Skando Vishwadhurangdara Bhujau Bho Bharata Samharta Karo Patu Pinakadru. Let my upper body be blessed and be protected by Nilakant, the one with the dark and the blue-throated one. Let my shoulders be protected by that one who removes the ills of this world. Let my arms have less burden because of the one who looks after Girija. And let that one who is the holder of the pinak always protect my hands. Prem Sabalo Mahapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Sitaram, everybody.
Sitaram, everyone. So, Yagna is going on here at the Sri Krishna Seva Ashram, and brother and sister, after hearing the discourse from Pandit, is now arriving at home from the Yagna.
So how you find the prayers was?
I find that man is be singing too hard. Yeah, fine. All in all, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good.
Study the singing too much, man. Alright, so you good?
Yeah. Want to get something to eat. I'm hungry.
How everything these days home?
Hey, good. What happened? Talk fast. I want to go and get something to eat.
God, he making me frightened now. Okay. How you and Priya going?
Be there.
Alright.
What happened? She do something?
I just want
All it is always has some kind of trouble, boy. Oh, God. What she do? Where's the trouble? You know Priya don't do nothing wrong.
She do nothing wrong. I just saying, I think I see and I think I hear something about she might be with somebody.
What? Look, why are you always talking some kind of stupidness? How you could say she there with somebody? You see something?
I maybe see something and I hear something. I just telling you for you to monitor, check. I ain't accusing nobody.
So what you call this? This is not an accusation?
No, it's a suspicion.
Man, you're always talking stupidness. You always,
I just say...
You're always on your stupidness.
The husband now starts to monitor the wife and realizes something is on.
Why is she taking pity for me?
I don't know. You have to know. You have to watch
Who you taking picture with? Who you texting on that phone?
Nobody.
What do you mean nobody?
Me, I
I
text
watching
nobody.
you for a couple of days and I realized, well, something going on.
Better have nothing going on here.
Hand me that phone.
I don't have to give you this phone. It's not yours.
I's your husband and I want to know who it is. You just be texting all hour the night. I get up in the night last night, 2 o'clock in the night, and you there like a zombie. Text. Who you texting? I lie down right there, and you are talking to me.
You dreaming in your sleep. Something wrong with you. What to you?
If I want to take the phone, I'll take the phone. You have a problem?
No, me have no problem. Me have nothing to hide.
What do you mean you have nothing to hide?
Me have nothing to hide.
Priya, what is this?
With what?
Priya, what is all this?
I know what you're talking about.
What kind of conversation is this? Priya, you talking to somebody and telling them all our business? You're sending picture, love. Look at love. When last you tell me you love me?
When last you was home?
What that have to do with this?
They none of your business.
Ma?
Well, she have to tell her what she needs. What she tell you.
Explain yourself. It had pity, it had text. Watch. Shakazanga, I love you, boy. Where's this?
Do you ever tell your husband you love him?
Ma, he don't be home. Every day he by the rum shop in Ras Bar Princess Song, drinking rum with his friend and them.
Watch
right?
me. Watch me.
You ain't had time for me. You ain't had time for your children.
Brother.
All your leg on me.
Brother.
Watch what she doing. You really want me?
Brother.
Yo,
No
Brother.
cutlass involved.
you go and sit down there for me.
Yes,
Brother.
I will.
You get sick. Go and sit down.
I will, but no.
But today I go deal with you.
No.
You want to text other people. You want to tell about love. And I had to deal like a fool.
Priya, go back.
So other people on the road watching me and laughing at me. These children had to watch all they see what their mother doing.
Read all the book.
Read all the book and just listen to this. Why I had to go through this? What I do, you girl?
Okay, brother. Put down the cutlass. What you going to do with that?
Today I'm going to deal with that.
No. If you chop a next man child, you are going to jail. Where's your children?
May I care about that?
You have to care about that. That is your business.
Somebody else come mind them. You see other people coming in it.
That is not the way. Priya, what make you do this? You do this?
Yes, I did.
Priya, tell me. Is this true? And why?
Is this
Sister,
true?
no, yes, it is true. Right? I'm fed up. Every day this man drinking. Every single day. He don't ever be home. He friends and he partner seeing him more than his own children in this house. How much I gonna take?
My partner
One
then
hand.
is not your
Listen,
concern. Don't
one
tell me
hand,
that.
brother.
One hand, I want to rest one hand and she.
Don't clap. She is wrong. But you with that is wrong too.
So what are you supposed to do? Just take this?
No,
You're not going to take it. We're going to fix it. But right now, I need you to walk away. Brother, we just come from satsang. What we learn in the temple. The Pandit at the Sri Krishna Seva Ashram, Pandit Keshava Gosine, he hit the nail on the head. Go back and listen to it. He wasn't talking about a story 100 years ago for we to say, okay, story time, very good. He talking about you and she, right? Husband and wife. And sometimes we have to walk away to not regret a situation. And right now,
But
you
me I will regret.
You will regret it. That is physical abuse. Don't tell me tomorrow you're coming to deal with she in a different way. Mental abuse is real too. You can't cuss you up tomorrow either. So let me fix it. It have a problem. She just said the problem. Right? Tell me. Talk to me.
So what, I caused this?
You learned?
So I caused this on
never say
myself?
that. I never say that.
So I deserve this then?
Perfect. Nobody is perfect.
Did you say that she said that you doesn't come home?
You're
What?
not perfect.
Your own children don't see her, you just come home very late.
You're not perfect.
So what, I bad?
You're not perfect.
All of the ganging up here for me.
No.
I always wrong.
Brother, tell me what? What you learn in the temple? Tell me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
All they expect me to be Lord Shiva and be the best and perfect one and everything. Watch my children. Watch them. Watch all I have to see all them what they're doing. How I go feel as a man to know she talking to that next man and you telling me study Lord Shiva in this?
I'm not telling you study Lord Shiva. I'm telling you learn.
How you think your children feel when they see you drunk every day as like a fish?
My father
Every
used to
day.
roll in the drain and I go roll in the drain too.
That the example you're setting for them?
Okay. Well then, my little nephew here go roll in the drain too then. I will not allow you to do that. You will not
I never
set
said that he ever did, so
example.
he better than that.
You will not set that example.
But my problem is she.
You cannot deal or fix the situation like this. It has ways. Let me go back to that same pundit. It's not only about saying down and saying prayers, you know. It's about fixing the problem.
So how we going and fix this? What you want to do? How to fix this?
We just say respect women.
How
How
could you respect that?
women.
How
Yes.
could you respect that?
It starts. Look one here. Look, you have a young daughter. You want somebody beat she? Whether she right or she wrong.
Nobody are going to beat that.
Right? She will make mistakes. I make mistakes. I am a sister today. I am a wife. I am a daughter. I am a teacher. And I am a mother. And as a sister today, I am not going to let you hit her. Right? I'm a woman, you know. I didn't like you when you picked she up. I tell you about it. But today, as a woman, I'm not going to chop she because you know women like to chop each other. Give shit. Give shit. I didn't like she. No. Today I'm going to tell you, stop it. Walk away. She is wrong, but we will fix this. You're not perfect. We make mistakes.
So how are we going and fix this?
We are going to fix it. I tell you, we're going by the pundit, we're going for therapy, we will talk. We will do fixing things, but I tell you, we have to take with time, go back to the basics. Respect your daughter, think about your child. Tomorrow he is going to get a wife. Yeah, I know you don't want to think about it, but tomorrow he gets a wife. He is going to treat his girlfriend or wife like crap. He'll treat his mother with disrespect. It's hard to take now, but I am telling you. And as a mother, what I will do is teach my boy children, listen, walk away. You cannot cuss and quarrel and beat and say it's okay because you don't want it for your own. Don't do it to others.
I hear you. I hear you. But you're telling me what we could do. How to solve this?
I need you to work with we now. We, I meaning she. Right? How we going to fix this?
How? Tell me.
How? It have prayers. It have, yes, look ma say it. We have prayers. It have prayers. Believe in God. God does help with these kind of things. It have prayers. Let me go talk to the pundit. It has come like a therapy. Talk it out. You're not perfect. You're making mistakes. You're not coming home. You're not paying attention to the children. The woman is frustrated. She's frustrating you as a result. But killing she, chopping she, making blood shed here today, is that making you feel more of a man? Taking your own life after you kill she, is that helping your soul? You just leave 2 children on the road. Nobody could take care of your children like how you could take care of your children. Right? So therapy, pundit, talk to each other. Let me fix this. I'm begging you, please. It makes sense we go down this road. It have professional help. Go to all the elders. They're going to give you a little talk, but you're going to learn something. Long time people here married for one day. You had to fix. You feel long time people they know about divorce, but you think they didn't have trouble too? They had the trouble, but they fixed it. They talk. It didn't have so much murder and abuse because you talk it out, you fix it. You go by people who you could learn from. All you young, we young. And we have to learn from the elders and from we pundits, from we priests. Learn from it. God is not a man in the sky. He is here. Look, he stand up right here. He is seeing it. Walk away. If you can't handle it now, go. Talk to me.
I love my wife.
You love your wife. That is the woman you run down.
I love my wife.
I know you love she.
And I don't want to lose.
You're not going to lose she if you come home. It is a battle you have to fight inside yourself. But that is the woman you love, and she wants you to love. She don't want an aggressive man come home every day.
But why you didn't say something?
How she could say
Be
something?
a wrong.
How she could say something when
You don't ever be a wrong. I'm willing to do my part for my marriage.
It's hard. But sometimes it is, you just have to reach the ground, the hardest, lowest point for you to come back uphill. It's not pretty. No marriage is pretty. And none is easy. But you have to start somewhere. And today it had to start. You find out the truth. Now you know the truth, what caused it.
You want to be married to me?
Yes. You're the
sure?
person I love.
You sure?
Yes.
So the person on the phone, you willing to walk away from that to stay with me?
Yes, I am. That person was just showing me attention what you wasn't showing me.
I can handle that.
You think I could handle the drinking? But I put it every day. I'm willing to change if you're willing to change too.
Brother, let me fix it. Let me fix it.
I'm willing, but sometimes it just feel like nothing you're doing making sense. You're never good. You never this, you never that. But to say bad, the mouth is open and only say bad. I just try, in my own way, I just try. You're talking about coming home early, I'll come home early. But I go afraid.
It will start some way. And trust could come over time. But it had to start somewhere. You got done the talking and the texting.
Yes, I will.
She don't want that for herself. You think any woman want to degrade herself like that? No, but sometimes things just push them. I'm not saying it's all your fault. Right? So, try. She go do she part. I'm begging you to try. The next time you get vexed like that, just keep walking, Johnny. Keep walking.
All right, friend. Later that evening, after the argument, Mausi is speaking to her niece and to her nephew about what happened earlier.
All right, babe. I know all you see and all you hear. Plenty. Too much. Right? But Dee, listen to me. He's a young girl. I know you see and you're hearing things that going on in your mother and father marriage, right? All I want you to know is you is a young girl. One day you will have to get married too. And the man you choose to get married, he have to respect you. Right? Respect means no, not cussing you up. Not hitting you a slap once in a while. Oh, he didn't mean that. No, babe. That's not okay. Right? The decision you make now will affect you, your life, and your children's life. I know you're thinking so far, but let me just tell you, as of right now, you need and you are important. You need respect, love and care. Do not take anything less. You see that mistake your father nearly make? Hit, chop, damage your mother? Not at all. You are better than that. You understand me, babe?
Yes, Mousy.
Right. Okay? Just know you have value. And once you keep telling yourself, I have value, you will know what is good enough and what is not good enough for you. So you're not going to pick up a fella who drinking and liming and then say, I gotta change him and he gonna love me and we gonna be good. It don't work so. Pick up what you want one time. You hear me? You're picking up something good, a good husband, a good man. Right?
Yes, Mousy, I will.
Okay. Sachin. Son, he's a young man. I know you see a lot of mistakes, 101 mistakes your father nearly make there. One day you will have a girlfriend to be a wife. Do not say, my father do that, and you're going to do the same thing. You cannot do that. That is not right. You cannot hit, abuse, mentally or physically damage a next man's child. Do you understand?
Yes, Mousy, I promise.
Promise me to live a respectable life. The woman you're going to pick up, let she be respectable like yourself. You understand?
Yes, Mousy.
Alright, I know all you see a lot today, but just talk. Your mother and father is going to seek help, and all you have to talk it out too. Okay?
Yes, Mousy. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mousy.
And you're not going to do anything like that, eh?
Yes, Mousy, I promise.
Good. I love you, babe.
Love you too, Mousy.
And when all you have to talk, you have family who will be here to talk to all you. Okay? You're not alone. Seek, and you shall find within your auntie and you have your uncle. Okay? And look, you have mama here too.
Yes, Mousy. Yes, Mousy.
Yes, Mousy.
Good, babe. Sitaram, everyone. So that was our very simple, humble, maybe not as funny play. We are not professionals, but we're just trying to send a message across to our young ladies and our young men, and even our young teenagers. So what we want you all to learn, and what you all are seeing prevalent in social media now, on every social media you are seeing violence against women. Stop the violence against women. But I'm not seeing, you're not hearing a solution. What is the solution you are proposing? We try in our humble way today to propose something. And the 3 facts that we want you all to hear and take home and to live by. If you are having problems in your relationships, whether it be before marriage or in marriage, seek help. You are not going to be belittled or humiliated for seeking help. Seek a marriage counselor. They will guide you, they will assist you. For a more closer relationship, seek for help from your pastor or your priest or your guru. They will know you personally. Seek help there. And most of all, they will guide you to your God. God is not only for a Sunday morning. God is every day when you are crying and when you are desperate for help. God, in all his names and forms, is there to help you. Today in our little play, it was showing you a typical situation of this: violence, bloodshed, abuse. And the end result is a family breaking up and children being left alone, vulnerable. We cannot have this because it is becoming, or it is too prevalent, and we want to put a stop. And how do we stop that? We set an example for our young ones, and this is what we are trying to do. Go to God, my friends. It sounds cliche, it sounds corny. Go to God and seek that help. As a woman, I am speaking here today. A lot of the problems is that women attack other women. Friends, it's simple. Our simple message is, from what we learned, Lord Shiva set an example from that katha for us. He said to walk away in stressful times, in the worst situations. Sometimes you have to walk away. So let us learn from his example and remove yourself from that stressful, unbearable situation and go back to God and pray. To your prayers, your basic prayers, go back to that and go to God. Sitaram, everyone.
Pawana Jai. As we conclude our yagya, as we conclude our little play, to really dumb it down and keep it simple. This is an appeal from Pandit and a team as a family. Please value the women at home. Please value your mothers, your sisters, your wives, your daughters. What we do now, as we saw just now, is the example the next generation going to follow. Don't hide these types of problems. Sometimes when we try to cover it up and hide it under the carpet, when people can't take it no more, they do things that they regret. We will not solve this in one little plea or one yagya. We're not trying to do that. But if we could just start to solve the problem by motivating our young girls to know what they are worth, what they value, and what they should accept in their life. And our young men, what they should bring to the table. Parents, please bear this in mind. Please accept what we have offered in terms of the satsang, the yagya, and the messages. The example of not myself, or my sister, or my family, the example of Lord Shiva is the one I would like you to hold. Shivratri is coming, and when you worship him and you worship that lingam, know what you're worshiping. You worship him, a guy that although he is provoked in his marriage, he has the forbearance, he has the strength to walk away. If Lord Shiva reacted today, it wouldn't matter what Mother Parvati said, he'd get wrong. The message is simple. Sometimes we have to be in control. And I remind everybody, please, let's follow the message of Lord Shiva. Thank you for listening. For those of you viewing, for those of you watching on the repeat, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I look forward to having you again at the ashram. Please stay safe, socialize responsibly, practice sanitation, sensible congregation, everybody. God bless you and God bless your family. Have a wonderful Shivratri. And until we get to do it again in satsang, Sitaram. Now, let's join our hands as per our tradition. When we are concluding yagya, following the protocol, let's chant the Shiva Ram Raksh Stotra, the Shiva Hari Vijayam. Let's join together, please clasp your hands. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhe Prabhu Trivirata Panivaran He Vibhu Ajajanishwar Yadav Pahimam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Kamalalochana Ramadaya Nidhi Hara Guru Gajarakshaka Gopati Shivatano Bhav Shankara Pahimam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Sujana Ranjana Mangala Mandiram Bhajati Te Purusha Paramambaram Bhavati Tasya Sukham Paramambutam. Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Let's all join our hands. As we do now, couple of verses from Gita before we conclude. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Gita Dhyanam Shilasya Pranayam Paraseyascha Naive Shanti He Papni Puravajanama Kritanischa. Narayanaya Krishnaya Mal Nirmochanam Punsam Jal Jal Snanam Dine Dine Sankrita Gitam Abhashi Snanam Sansad Mal Nashnam Yate. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatma Namo Namah. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. This first couple of verses referred to as the Dhyanam. It says a person who devotes himself to the study of the Gita, practices pranayam or controlling of the breath, is liberated from all sins, all mistakes from previous birth. By bathing in water, day-to-day dirt of the body is washed away. By bathing even once in the holy waters of the Gita, the dirt from births, the mundane mistakes, the sins that you have accumulated, that is washed away. Therefore, cheerfully sing the verses of the Gita and allow that sin to be washed off your back, your record, where Chitra and Gupta have to account. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Let's now clasp our hands as we do final mantra. Thank you for viewing. From all of us here at the ashram, our sponsors, the team at Sankhya, I hope you enjoyed these 3 sessions of Shiv Gyan Yagna. Remember this last one I was reading from Skand Puran. I hope the message, as coarse as it was received, and I hope we can start to discuss these types of topics. I encourage my brother pundits to no longer sweep under the rug this ill of society, of domestic violence, and this constant attack that our Devis, the Shakti in our homes, in our lives, are constantly afforded, regardless to the reason, regardless to the cause. We must know how to do like Shiva and walk away, cool off, and then let level heads deal with the problem. Hitting, killing, murdering, suicide does not solve anything. It just means that parents and children cry and bawl and ask, why didn't you come and tell me you were in trouble? Why didn't you reach out to me when you were in difficulty? Why? It doesn't make sense. I hope you enjoyed your yagya. It was my pleasure and our pleasure at the ashram to present it to you. Until next time, everybody, let's pray together. Tvameva mata chapita tvameva tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Prem Subramapati Mahadeva ki jai, Pawana Putra Hanumana ki jai, Shri Adi Shakti Parvati Mata ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Jai Jai Sitaram, everybody. Until next time, Sitaram.